There's something I'd like to discuss with you regarding the new house you built for us. Oh? What's this all about so suddenly? Well, you see, it turns out that only my husband, mother-in-law, and I will be living in that house. Wait, what are you talking about? So my husband and I have decided that you won't be living there. You need to find another place to live. Wait, what? That house was built with my money. Why on earth can't I live there? It's your mother's wishes. My mother's wishes? What are you talking about? You know the house was built to accommodate your mother's wheelchair, right? Yes, that's right. Well, your mother has made it clear that she doesn't want to live with you. She said she absolutely doesn't want you to be the one taking care of her. She said that? It seems like you two haven't been on the best of terms for a while now. I mean, our personalities have clashed since I was young, but... Well, apparently your mother has been tolerating it for a long time. But now, as she approaches her later years, she just wants to live peacefully and freely. So she's decided that she doesn't want to live with you anymore. Imagine being disliked that much by your own mother. Wait, my mother said that? She told you this? Yes, she did. You could ask her directly if you'd like. I think I'll pass. I have a feeling I know what she'd say. Great! So it's decided that my husband, mother-in-law, and I will be living in the new house. But I paid for that house with my money. I have every right to live there too. Didn't you use your father's inheritance to build that house? So technically, it belongs to the family, and my husband and I, as the real family, will live there. There's no problem with that. Besides, your father's probably happy in the afterlife now that the one he disliked is no longer in the house. My father wouldn't have... He wouldn't say that. What does my brother say about all of this? Oh, he's thrilled. After all, who on earth would want to live with someone like you? It's no wonder you're still single at 30. That's not true, is it? Absolutely. So you better start looking for a new place soon, don't you think? We've given you a month's notice, which is more than fair, right? Yeah, I guess I can find another house. Good. Also, from now on, please don't come near our new home. I wouldn't want you ruining our happy family life, my loving husband, mother-in-law, and I. We deserve some peace. I see. Oh, I can't wait to start our new life in that beautiful new house.
Beth, did you go have a look at the new house?
No, not yet. I visited a few times while it was still under construction, but it's not quite finished.
Wow, I'm still shocked that you're really building a house.
Really? Why so surprised?
Well, I mean, you built it for Mom, right?
Yeah, so?
Come on, you and Mom haven't exactly been best friends. You two have had a rocky relationship for as long as I can remember.
That's true, but I promised Dad. It was one of the last things he asked me to do before he passed away. He made me swear I'd take care of Mom.
Dad really put that on you, even though he knew how hard things were between you and her?
He did, yeah. I think he just didn't want her to be left alone. He asked me to make sure she was comfortable, especially since she's in a wheelchair now.
I don't know how you do it. I mean, I know you love Dad, but caring for Mom all these years, and now you're building a house just for her? That's a huge responsibility.
I know it seems like a lot, but Dad was everything to me. If this was what he needed for peace of mind, I'm happy to do it.
You even took a job where you could work from home so you could be around for her. That's a lot to take on. You don't think you deserve a break?
I've thought about it, but being here for her is something I'm okay with. I knew it would make caregiving easier.
I still feel bad about it, though. I should have done more. You've been carrying this all by yourself.
Don't feel guilty. You've had your own life to take care of. And now, with your job and marriage, you have new responsibilities. I never expected you to carry this burden.
But that's just it. I should have stepped up. I just feel like I've let you down all these years.
You haven't let me down at all. Really, I don't mind. Besides, we're family. We help each other out.
I'm just saying, now that I've got things more settled with my life, I want to make sure I start giving back to you. You've sacrificed so much.
That's sweet of you to say, but don't worry, I'll be fine.
I know, but still, it feels strange thinking about living together again. I haven't lived with you since high school, and that was, almost 10 years ago?
It does feel strange, doesn't it? A decade is a long time.
Yeah, it is. But it'll be nice, right? All of us under one roof again, just like old times.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
What do you mean?
Well, I've been looking at apartments.
Wait, what? Why? Isn't the new house for you, Mom, and me?
Yeah, but it looks like I won't be moving in with you all.
What are you talking about? You built that house. It's yours. Why wouldn't you move in?
Maddie suggested it might be better if I found my own place.
My wife, Maddie, said that? Why?
It's complicated. She feels that it might just be better if just you, her, and Mom lived there.
That doesn't make any sense. You built the house for Mom. You're supposed to live there too.
Yeah, that's what I thought at first, but Maddie brought up some things that made me reconsider.
What things? What did she say?
Well, she pointed out that maybe Mom would be happier living with just you two, that maybe my presence would complicate things.
Complicate things? How? You've been taking care of Mom for years.
I know, but Maddie thinks Mom might be more comfortable without me around. I guess it's more about giving Mom space. She doesn't want her feeling crowded.
That sounds like Maddie's trying to push you out of the picture. Are you sure that's what Mom wants?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't talked to Mom about it yet, but I trust Maddie wouldn't suggest something like this if she didn't think it was for the best.
I don't know, Beth. Something feels off. You've done so much for Mom. You're the one who's been here for her day in and day out.
I'm not upset. If it's better for Mom, then I'm willing to step back. I've always wanted what's best for her.
So what happens now? You're really gonna move out?
I think so. I'll find a place nearby so that I can still visit often and help when needed. I won't be far.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Maybe it's time for me to have a little space too.
I guess, but it still feels weird.
It does, but sometimes change is necessary. We'll figure it out. And don't worry, I'll still be around if you or Mom need anything. Beth, could you leave the key to the new house in the mailbox? I'll pick it up on moving day. Hey, are you really sure I can't live there with you all? I spent so much money building that house, and now I don't have any money left for a move. No, sister-in-law, we've already been over this. We agreed, didn't we? You're moving out. Actually, I don't recall making such a promise. Oh, stop it already. For once in your life, try considering how your parents must have felt. My parents' feelings? What do you mean? Can you imagine how much it must have pained them to raise a daughter they didn't even like? This is your one and only chance to do something for them. The least you can do is accept our request without causing a scene. I see. Well, I've already done a lot. I built the house, cared for Mom, and tried my best to be a responsible family member. Even though Mom and I never got along, I always considered her family. It looks like that was all just in your head. But I accepted you too, you know. As my brother's wife, I thought of you as part of the family. I welcomed you as someone important to him. Why are you treating me like this? You're supposed to be close to Mom, right? Can't you at least try to convince her to let me stay? Are you serious? Of course not. Why would I do something like that? My share would get smaller. Wait, your share? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the inheritance, of course, and my husband's earnings. What does that have to do with anything? I'm saying that I don't want to share any of that money with you. It's all mine. But the inheritance was already divided between me and my brother. I'm not going after your husband's money. Oh, please. You and your little remote job, you're not making enough to even get by. I'm not risking anything when it comes to my husband's income and our future. That's ridiculous. The inheritance was settled a long time ago, and I don't care about his earnings. Yeah, right. Like I'd believe that. You work from home, and let's face it, that's hardly a real income. All the wealth and earnings belong to me. The only reason I even married your brother was because he was an elite with a fat paycheck. I see. So that's all this was to you? Just money? Of course. What else is there? I've heard enough. Now, I understand what this is all about. So, now that the house is finally finished, my mother-in-law and I will head over there ahead of everyone else. Oh, really? Well, how thoughtful of you to go out of your way like that. I truly appreciate everything you've done for us. You went so far as to build this house just for us. Now we'll never have to worry about finding a place to live for the rest of our lives. Isn't my brother going with you guys? Oh, he said he had some other errands to run, so he left this morning. For now, it's just the two of us heading over to the new house. I see. But honestly, isn't it quite pitiful? Pitiful? What do you mean? I mean, you went to the extent of building an entire house only to end up handing it over to us. If you don't think that's pitiful, then what would you call it? Well, laugh as much as you want. Have you already found a new place for yourself? There's no need for me to discuss that with you. True, but just so you know, mother-in-law mentioned that she's completely severed ties with you. I expected nothing less from her. Well then, I hope you get along well with her. Yes, and do make sure to leave the family home as soon as possible. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, I see you're contacting me again, despite our arrangement to sever ties. Of course I'm reaching out. Where is the key? I need it to get into the house. The key? What key are you referring to? The key to your house you bought for your mom. I specifically asked you to leave it in the mailbox so that I could pick it up on moving day. Oh, right. I remember you mentioned that. I thought you were joking, so I didn't take it seriously. What? Are you out of your mind? No, I'm completely sane. How can you be so nonchalant about this? Well, the house was purchased by me, so why should I be the one not living there while you and your family are moving in? It just doesn't make sense. I understand that my mother doesn't want to live with me, but why should I be forced out of a house that I paid for with my own money? From a logical standpoint, that really doesn't make any sense, does it? I thought you would at least make arrangements to find yourselves a new apartment. I can't believe you actually planned to live in my house. How could you be so audacious? So, what now? Are we supposed to end up with no place to live? It looks like that might happen if you don't do something about it right away. In that case, you need to start searching for a new place immediately. Would you like me to introduce you to a real estate agent I know? Don't joke around. It's unbelievable that you're pulling this kind of spiteful stunt. Spiteful? You're the one who has been causing all sorts of trouble. What you've done to me is much more spiteful than anything else. What are you talking about? You made me go through the trouble of building the house and then told me to leave. That's not something a decent person would do. But you have to understand, mother-in-law was genuinely looking forward to living in that house, and this is how you repay her? Isn't that just pathetic? I don't care. I have already cut ties with her. She is no longer considered my mother. How can you be so heartless? Heartless? How so? I had to endure daily criticism from her. Despite everything, I cared for her because it was Dad's dying wish. I dedicated my personal time, my shopping, and everything to taking care of her. And now, after building the house, I'm being treated like I'm no longer needed. You're not going to set foot in that house, so find somewhere else to live. So that was your plan all along, wasn't it? Let me make it clear, it wasn't just me who was supposed to live in that house. My husband was also supposed to be part of that plan. I was aware of that. I wonder how he'll react when he finds out. He was so enthusiastic about moving into the house. Just so you know, my husband was still on your side, but after this, he might end up distancing himself from you as well. If my brother decides that, then I have no right to argue. I'm going to contact him right now. And then you'll be left all alone, but don't blame me. That was your own doing. Well, hurry up and contact him. All right, I'll do it even without being told. I've got a lot to sort out with him on this anyway. Mitch, we've got a problem.
Maddie, what's happened?
I can't get into the house that Beth bought. It's locked, and she's refusing to give us the key.
What? How did this happen? Is there some sort of trouble?
It's not a mistake. It's deliberate. Beth is trying to force me and your mother out.
Beth is doing that? But why? I thought she was committed to helping out.
Well, apparently she's changed her mind. She claims that your mother and I are a nuisance and doesn't want us around.
But you and my mom haven't always seen eye to eye with her. Still, I didn't think she'd go this far. Are you sure this is happening?
Absolutely. She built the house for your mother and promised it would be our new home. But now that we've completed all the moving preparations, she's saying we can't enter the house. It's like she's deliberately trying to make our lives difficult.
This sounds like outright harassment.
Doesn't it? I am so frustrated. It's like she's forgotten all the promises she made. This isn't just about moving. It's about her being cruel and unjust.
You really believe this is her trying to harass you, though?
Yes, I do. Why else would she do this if not to cause trouble? It's her way of getting back at us.
Well, let me be clear. The root of this situation isn't just my sister's actions. It all stems from the relationship you and my mom have had with her.
What are you talking about, Mitch? Are you saying this is our fault?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Do you think I'm unaware of what's been going on? This situation didn't just come out of nowhere.
I see. So Beth must have been feeding you lies about us. That's why you're blaming us.
That's not it at all. This situation is more complicated than you're making it out to be. Why else would my sister choose not to live in the house she bought?
Well, she didn't share the details, and neither did you or your mother. I thought it was something you were all aware of.
You should have questioned the situation more thoroughly. The person who built the house wasn't planning to live there, and you didn't think that was strange?
I didn't question it because I'm not familiar with these family dynamics.
If you had any common sense, you would have seen that forcing your sister-in-law out was wrong.
But it was your mother who was the one being unreasonable.
And yet you sided with her instead of trying to find a solution. You also reported it as if my sister was at fault. I'm disappointed in both you and my mom for how you've handled this.
Wait a minute. Let's not jump to conclusions.
Think about how much effort my sister put into supporting my mom. She went through a lot to build the house. It was a huge financial burden, and she took on a massive mortgage just for my mom's sake.
But wasn't the home purchased with your father's inheritance?
No, Beth didn't use any inheritance money for this. She loved our dad deeply and wanted to preserve his legacy. She earned the money herself and used it to buy the house. And yet you and my mom are trying to push her out of the house she worked so hard to secure. I will not forgive this. Don't contact me again about this.
Mitch, wait. Mitch, please answer me.
I'm done discussing this. Your actions have consequences, and I'm not willing to tolerate them anymore.
Please, Mitch, listen to me. We're in a difficult situation, and I need your help.
You should have thought about the repercussions before making these decisions. I'm not going to support or condone any more of this behavior.
What am I supposed to do now? We are out of options, and I don't know where to turn.
I'm sorry, but this is the path you've chosen. It's time to face the reality of the situation.
So you're just going to leave us to deal with this all on our own?
You need to take responsibility for the choices you've made. It's not fair to expect others to clean up your mess.
Fine, I understand. But please, don't turn your back on us entirely.
I'm not turning my back, but I can't support actions that I believe are unjust. It's up to you to find a solution.
I'll figure something out, but I want you to come back to me soon, okay?
Good luck. I hope you figure some way out of the problem you created for my mom and you. But don't expect me to be coming back to you both anytime soon.
Wait, but Mitch...
Goodbye, Maddie.
You really went and told my husband about all this, didn't you? Told him? What are you talking about? Because of you, I can't get in touch with him anymore. Oh, that. Well, I did mention to him that there might be problems with moving into the new house. He asked for details and I gave them, but it wasn't snitching, I just answered his questions. So what you're saying is we can't actually move into the new house? Given that you and my mom tried to push me out, it's not surprising that you won't be able to live there. Well, it's not the end of the world. I'm not too worried about not being able to move into that house. Oh, really? You don't mind? Yes, really. I was thinking of moving into the new house because you said you built it, but if you don't want us there, fine. I still have my apartment with my husband, so we'll just live there with your mother. Oh, that's actually a good alternative. It's great that you've thought of something. But isn't your husband quite upset about all this? He's definitely not happy, but he won't just abandon his mother. He's not the kind of person who would leave her in a lurch like that. So if we end up living together, this argument should blow over soon enough. That might be the case. And you'll just be all alone in the new house. Whether I'll be alone or not is uncertain, but I'm pretty sure you won't have a home to go back to. What do you mean? My brother told me he's already started the process to end the lease on that apartment. He's ending the lease? Yes, as soon as I updated him about the situation, he took immediate steps to cancel it. But he said the lease termination was still some time away. It seems that once he received my report, he acted swiftly to terminate the lease. Why would he do that? He saw firsthand how much effort I put into caring for our mom, and he was frustrated that you and her had ignored that. He decided it was necessary to act quickly. So, what about my husband? He's found another place to live, and he's made it clear that he won't be sharing that information with you or our mom. This is unbelievable! So, you and my mom will need to find a new place. Finding a new place shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, you're quite confident about that. Of course, we have the money to find a new home. It's not an issue. Money? But aren't you and my mom both out of work? We have resources. There's still the inheritance from your father. Oh, really? Oh, you seem to be quite uninformed then. What are you talking about? My mom has already blown through that inheritance on some dubious investments. What? That's impossible! It's very possible. If you don't believe me, ask her yourself. She poured all the money into risky ventures and lost it all. I had no idea about this. I'm not surprised. Knowing my mom, she wouldn't openly discuss her financial mishaps with anyone. That old hag! Please don't speak about my mom that way. So you're just leaving her behind now? I've done everything I could for my mom. I put up with her constant criticism for my dad's sake, but now that she's rejected me, I'm under no obligation to continue. My mom chose you, and I'm stepping aside for her happiness. I will leave it to you to care for my mom now. So, you're really abandoning her? I'm not abandoning her. I'm simply no longer responsible for her well-being. You and my mom will need to figure things out on your own. I can't believe how selfish you're being. Selfish? I'm just setting boundaries. I've given more than enough, and now it's time for me to focus on my own life. And what if things don't go as planned? What if you end up needing support? I'll handle that if it happens. Right now, I'm focusing on making a fresh start and moving forward with my life. You really think everyone will be fine just like that? I believe so. I've made the necessary arrangements to ensure my future is secure. And what about us? Where does that leave us? It leaves you and Mom with the task of finding a new place to live. I hope you're prepared for that challenge. You've made things incredibly difficult for us, though. I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not responsible for your situation after what you both did to me. I'm just trying to move forward. You know, this could have been handled differently. You didn't have to make things so harsh. I did what I thought was necessary. Sometimes harsh decisions are needed to move on from a difficult situation. But where is the compassion in that? We're all still family, after all. Family doesn't mean we have to live together under every circumstance. We all have to do what's best for ourselves. And I don't remember either of you ever treating me like I was part of the family. I know. But what if you end up regretting this decision? I doubt I will. I'm confident that this is the best choice for me right now. And if things fall apart? I'll face that when it comes. For now, I'm focusing on the positive aspects of my new beginning. You really are heartless, you know. Heartless? I'm just trying to prioritize my own well-being. I've done a lot for my mom, and now it's time for me to focus on myself. And what about the future? What if you need support from us? I don't anticipate needing support. I've planned ahead and made sure that I'm prepared for any eventualities. Well, I hope you're right. Not like either one of you ever supported me in the first place anyway. Now, I've got a bunch of other things going on. Please let my mom know that I'm not going to forgive either one of you after what you've done and will no longer be coming back. Goodbye. Wait, Beth! I can't wait to start my new life in my new home. So, in the end, Maddie decided to divorce you and won't be living with Mom anymore, right?
Yes, it's true. I have indeed decided to leave Maddie and not stay with Mom. I had a feeling that Maddie would eventually abandon Mom. It seems like she was only interested in Dad's inheritance.
Exactly. Maddie's interest was always in Dad's estate. She treated Mom kindly all this time just to secure her position. It's clear now that she had ulterior motives.
It's so disheartening to see that my own wife would go to such lengths to get what she wants. But I suppose that's no surprise given what we've seen so far. Yes, it's disappointing, but now we need to think about what to do with Mom.
What's the plan for her?
As we discussed before, I'll be putting her into a care facility. The cost of that will be covered by me.
Are you sure you can handle it? With the divorce and everything, won't it be difficult?
Don't worry about that. I know I've asked you to take care of Mom for so long, so this is the least I can do. I want to make sure she's well taken care of, especially since Maddie is out of the picture.
I appreciate that, but what about you? Are you okay with everything? It sounds like you're going through a lot.
Don't worry about me. I've grown up a lot and I can handle things on my own now. I'm an adult and I've learned to take care of myself and make my own decisions.
I see. It's strange how quickly things have changed. I remember when you were younger, and now you're handling everything so maturely. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Beth. It hasn't been easy, but I've had to step up. Losing Maddie is tough, but I know it's for the best. It's time for a new chapter, both for me and for Mom, hopefully.
Absolutely. It's important to move forward. And as for me, I want to focus on my own happiness from now on. After everything that's happened, I think it's time for me to prioritize what I want.
That sounds like a good plan. You deserve to be happy. I hope you find what you're looking for and live a fulfilling life.
Thank you. I'll need to think about what truly makes me happy. I guess in a way, I've always focused so much on taking care of everyone else that I forgot to take care of myself.
It's understandable. Sometimes when you're busy taking care of others, you neglect your own needs. But now is the time for you to find joy and contentment in your own life.
Yes, it is. And it's comforting to know that you're taking charge of things. It's reassuring to see how responsible you've become.
Well, I've had to learn quickly. Life throws unexpected challenges at us, and we have to adapt. It's been a journey, but I'm getting there.
I can see that. And even though we've had our differences in the past, I want you to know that I support you. I'm here for you and we're in this together.
Thanks, Beth. I feel the same way. Despite everything, we're family and we need to support each other. I'm glad we're able to talk openly and share our thoughts.
Me too. It's been a difficult time, but talking things through helps. I hope that moving forward we can both find peace and happiness.
I hope so too. It's important to find closure and move on from the past. We've been through a lot, but we can start anew and focus on creating a better future.
Yes, exactly. And with everything that's happened, I've learned to appreciate the little things more. Life's too short to dwell on the negatives.
That's a great outlook. We should cherish the good moments and make the most of what we have. It's the best way to honor the memories and move forward positively.
Absolutely. And with Mom hopefully going to a good place and us finding our own paths, I think we can finally start to rebuild and find our own happiness.
Yes, let's do that. We've been through so much, and now it's time for us to take control of our lives and create a future that we can be proud of.
Agreed. Here's to new beginnings and finding joy in the journey ahead. We've got this.
We do. And no matter what happens, we'll face it together. Thanks for being here and for understanding. It means a lot.
Anytime. I'm always here for you. Let's move forward with hope and determination.
Sounds like a plan. Let's embrace the future and make the most of every opportunity that comes our way.
After losing her place to live, Maddie initially tried to return to her parents' home, hoping to find refuge and a semblance of stability. However, the situation was far more complicated than she had anticipated. My brother had already informed her parents about everything that had transpired, including the contentious issues and family disputes. This disclosure ignited a furious reaction from her parents, who were outraged by Maddie's actions and decisions. Her parents' anger was palpable and intense, leaving Maddie with no choice but to seek alternative solutions. Her attempts to reconcile or find a way back to her family home were thwarted. The relationship with her parents was now irreparably damaged, and Maddie found herself isolated from her own family. The support she had hoped for was now completely out of reach. In the immediate aftermath of this family fallout, Maddie sought temporary refuge with friends. She stayed at their homes, hoping for some stability and a chance to regroup. However, this arrangement was short-lived. While it provided a temporary solution, it was clear that she could not remain a guest indefinitely. The instability of her situation soon forced her to look for a more permanent solution. After a challenging and stressful search, Maddie managed to secure a small, inexpensive apartment. This apartment, while modest and far from ideal, was a place she could call her own. It was a necessary step towards regaining some semblance of independence and control over her life. Despite the new apartment offering a roof over her head, Maddie's financial situation remained precarious. To support herself financially, Maddie took on a part-time job at a convenience store. However, this new job brought its own set of challenges. Adjusting to the fast-paced environments and the demands of the role proved difficult for her. She struggled with the tasks and often found herself overwhelmed by the expectations set by her manager and coworkers. The pressure and constant criticism took a toll on her, and the stress of trying to meet job requirements only compounded her difficulties. Her daily experiences at the convenience store were marked by frustration and dissatisfaction. Maddie's inability to cope with the demands of the job led to frequent absences. Her lack of commitment and the repeated failures to show up for work did not go unnoticed by her employer. The consequences of her actions were swift. She was eventually terminated from her position at the store. The loss of her job only exacerbated her financial struggles and deepened her sense of despair. With her job gone, Maddie's financial situation deteriorated further. She struggled to manage her expenses and soon found herself accumulating debt. The mounting pressure of debt collectors and unpaid bills created a constant state of anxiety and fear. Maddie's life had become a daily struggle to avoid confrontation with those seeking repayment and to find ways to make ends meet. In the midst of this turmoil, Maddie's life became a series of attempts to stay afloat. Her situation was increasingly dire, and the financial strain led her to borrow more money to cover her basic needs. The cycle of borrowing and accumulating debt created a spiral of stress and uncertainty. Each day was a battle to navigate the challenges of her new reality while trying to avoid further financial pitfalls. Meanwhile, my family's decision to place their mother into a care facility was carried out as planned. Despite the decision being made with the intention of providing her with care, my family never visited the facility. This absence left my mom in a state of loneliness and isolation, marking her remaining years with a sense of abandonment. The decision to place her in the facility was practical, but the emotional distance from her family compounded her suffering. Maddie's life was marked by a stark contrast to the reality of my mom's situation. The struggle for stability and the relentless pursuit of solutions highlighted the broader challenges faced by individuals in difficult circumstances. Her experience was a reflection of the emotional and practical difficulties that can arise from strained family relationships and financial instability. As Maddie continued to navigate the consequences of her decisions and the impact of those around her, it became evident that her path forward would be fraught with obstacles. The challenges she faced in securing stable employment and managing her finances illustrated the difficulties of rebranding life after significant setbacks. Her story became a testament to the resilience required to overcome adversity and the profound effects of family dynamics on individual lives. The cycle of hardship and isolation that Maddie experienced underscored the broader struggles faced by those who find themselves without support and resources. Her journey was marked by the continuous effort to cope with the fallout of past actions and to find a way to move forward amidst overwhelming challenges. The stark contrast between her struggles and my family's detachment revealed the emotional and practical complexities of navigating life's difficulties. In summary, Maddie's life was a series of challenging events and difficult adjustments. The loss of family support, combined with the burden of financial strain and job instability, created a daunting reality for her to live with forever.
Hey, Mom, is now a good time? I just wanted to remind you that we're going to be at the Sanchez's house around noon tomorrow. Did you want me to pick you up so that I could take you there? Would that work for you? Just let me know what you think is going to be best for your schedule, okay?
Oh, I suppose it doesn't really matter either way. I'm more than happy to take my own car to their place. You really don't have to drive me all the way out there, you know.
Oh, come on. You know that you don't have to go and do something like that, Mom. I'm more than happy to give you a ride up there. It's not like you're worried about me driving, right?
Oh, James, don't be silly. Of course I'm not worried about your driving or anything like that at all. Honestly, you would think after all the time we've spent together and all the road trips that we've taken that you'd know I trust your driving just fine. That's not the issue at all. It's just been a while since I've been in a car where you've been the driver is all. I'm not worried so much as I might be a little nervous.
Well, there's nothing to be worried or anxious or nervous or trepid or anything like that about me driving you, Mom. I mean, if anything, I imagine people tend to get quite scared when you're the driver. But anyways, I was just thinking that it would be easier for everyone if you and I just went and left together, don't you think?
Yes, you might actually be right about that, James. By the way, that reminds me that I actually just got a message from Mr. Sanchez saying that he has a last-minute meeting and that he's going to be a bit late arriving tomorrow.
Oh, I see. Okay, then. I guess that just means that we're going to be meeting Maria's mother tomorrow, then, I guess. I hope that's okay that both the parents aren't going to be there. I know that Maria's father wants to meet you too, but he's just always so busy. By the way, Mom, you do know about Maria's mother, right? I wonder what she knows about you. I hope this all goes well. Anyways, I say all of this to let you know that you aren't the only one feeling nervous about that.
I imagine that she might not actually know much about me at all, but I guess we don't know until we talk to her.
But what if she doesn't know about you? I mean, what if her husband just never told her? I don't know, isn't that something that a husband would probably tell his wife?
I think that after you get married and have kids, what's considered normal really starts to go out the window. But anyways, you're going to be getting married soon yourself, so I guess you'll find out about what I mean soon enough.
Right, I guess I'll do my best to learn all I can then. Man, who would have guessed that growing up would be like this? It's like when you're a kid, you think all the grown-ups have everything figured out, but then you become a grown-up and realize everyone's just going through life hoping things work out.
Yes, life really is a journey. I won't give you any spoilers, but let's just say that the learning doesn't stop even after you get married, start a family, and all that. If anything, the learning curve just gets steeper. And of course, I am just so happy that things are going so well with Maria and that you've decided you want to marry her. I think you two make such a lovely couple, and I am so grateful that you found someone who makes you so happy. But I do have to say that I was just a little bit surprised to hear about how fast this all happened. I mean, are you really sure that this is the woman you want to spend your life with?
Well, if I can be honest with you, Mom, I am getting just a little nervous. There are a few things on my mind.
A few things on your mind? What are you talking about? What's bothering you, son? You know that you can always talk to me about anything, right?
Well, it's just that when I mentioned to Maria's mom that you were the only parent I had around when I was growing up, you know, because you were a single mother and all, well, it's like her attitude completely changed.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose that there are still some people out there who might have certain ideas in their head about how being a single parent works and what effects that might have on children. But you're saying that her attitude towards me changed? What do you mean by that? How did she change when she heard about that? I'm just curious as to what you mean by that.
So, at first Maria's mom, Miranda, was really excited to meet you, and she would talk all the time about when she finally would and how excited she was to get to know you better. But then as soon as I mentioned that you were the only parent that I had, she basically stopped talking about how excited she was to meet you and all of that. In fact, after I told her that I was raised by a single mom, she asked me if I had any reason to ever even go back to see you at home.
Oh, I see. So you're saying that you think Maria's mom might have something against single-parent families or something like that, then? Well, I guess I'll find out for myself just what kind of woman she is tomorrow when we all meet. And I suppose if there are still things that need to be discussed or talked about, then we can cross that bridge when we get to it.
I know, but I was so shocked that she even said that. I just hope that tomorrow, when we've all finally met each other, that nobody has anything rude to say to anyone else. I would just really hate for the meeting to turn really tense and awkward, and well, you know how much I hate scenarios like that.
Of course, James, but I am sure that everything is going to be just fine. I mean, maybe it really doesn't have any deeper meaning, and she was just speaking to speak. I really don't know, and don't want to assume what she might have been thinking, but maybe she was asking about if you would have to visit because she was worried about how busy I might be. I suppose it might still be too early to just assume that she has something against single mothers, right?
You're right, Mom. We shouldn't be so fast to judge, and maybe I'm just getting myself all worked up over nothing, but it's just what seemed to make sense to me at the time.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I really don't think there's anything to worry about. And I think that you and I should just look forward to meeting Maria and her family tomorrow. Oh, no. Oh, please don't tell me that you've already gone home for the evening. Oh, now why would you go and do something like that? I certainly hope that I didn't say anything to upset you or make you feel unwelcome in our home. I mean, you came all the way here. You didn't even have a chance to sit down and relax, and now you're already heading back home? Oh, I only hope that everything is okay. This is Miranda, Maria's mom, isn't it? I really don't know why you're texting me like this after what you pulled. I mean, what was all that about just now? Honestly, I had been warned a little about the way you can be eccentric, but I didn't think that another adult would have the gall to do what you did. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I can certainly tell you that I had no idea that you raised your son as a single mother. And once I did actually learn that, I realized that someone like you has no place in this family at all. Did you figure that out too, or is that why you left without me having to ask? I left because you didn't even have a seat arranged for me. It's not like you didn't know that I was going to be coming here with my son. If you know that 2 guests are coming to your house and one of them was the mother of the man your daughter was going to marry, wouldn't you arrange to have a seat for her? Instead, you just said so many horrible things about my being a single parent and demanded that I stand since I wasn't good enough to sit. I actually couldn't believe that you said that to me. I mean, I don't think I've ever had anyone talk to me like that before. Oh my. Well, I'm quite sure that there has to be some kind of mistake here. After all, I never said any of that at all. That really doesn't sound like me one bit. And I really don't think that you're in a position to say what I would and wouldn't say. I really wish that I was making a mistake here, but I know what I heard. And what's more, I don't know what other meaning your words could have had. I don't get why you're even trying to deny all of this after you said these things while I was there. It's like, I don't even know how to respond to someone that's just denying reality. Well, I don't know why you're so upset about this. After all, even my daughter Maria was agreeing with what I had to say about you. So I think that maybe you need to step back and realize that even if what I was saying might have upset you a little bit, the fact of the matter is that everyone there agreed that that was the truth. So the least you could do is face up to the facts. Did Maria really agree with what you were saying? Does that mean that both you and Maria have just been looking down on me this whole time? Because that really doesn't sound like the kind of woman that my son has been telling me that he's been going to marry. If you and Maria are really both engaging in this kind of behavior, that's just a bit upsetting. Of course we look down on you. That's what you do to people who are so far down the food chain from you. After all, you must know that my husband works for a company and earns a nice salary. Thanks to his hard work, my little Maria has never had to know what it's like not to get her way when she wants something. But you had to raise your poor little son all by yourself, isn't that right? You know what they say about sons raised in single-mother households, don't you? I mean, who knows how James is really going to turn out? I surely hope you can understand how, coming from a family like mine, that a single parent can only come off as one of the most pathetic people in existence. You're saying that my whole existence is pathetic? I'm sorry, but I would like to know just why you think of me being a single parent necessitates any of that. Oh, really? Oh, you mean you want to continue what I was saying to you before you left? Oh. Well, I would be more than happy to if you would just return here. Of course, if you do come back here, I'm still not going to give a lowlife like you a chair to sit in. I stand by what I said about people like you needing to stand. So you mean that instead of trying to apologize, you're just going to double down? I really can't believe that you're acting like this. I don't think I've ever met an adult quite as immature as you. I mean, are you really sure that you want to do this to me? I mean, do you really think that you're going to get away with this? I would think very, very carefully about how you want to proceed with me. What in the world are you talking about? Is that all you have to say to me? Is that supposed to be some kind of threat or something? I know that you can't do anything to me at all. The fact of the matter is that you and I are on completely different levels, and that a woman like you couldn't do anything to affect me, even if she tried. And you just won't stop with all of the name-calling either. Do you really not see how you're being very rude right now? After all, this is the first time that we're even meeting. I don't think I could ever talk to someone who I just met the way that you're talking to me. But am I to take that the way you're talking to me and treating me is a reflection of how you feel about our children getting married? Don't be ridiculous, you silly woman. Of course this has nothing to do at all with our children getting married. I mean, really, do you think that you're anywhere close to being on the same caliber as your son? My feelings for you are completely separate from my feelings about your son marrying my daughter. Sorry, what do you mean by that? You're saying that your feelings for me and the marriage are completely separate? How can that be? I thought that you were looking down on us all the time, me for being a single mother and my son for being raised by a single mother. Of course those feelings are completely separate. That's what I just typed out and sent to you, isn't it? Why in the world would I be against an upstanding man like James marrying my daughter Maria? And what makes you think I think about you all that much anyways? I think that they would make a wonderful couple together. After all, James works a good job and earns a good salary, so I know that he'll be able to provide for Maria. The only problem here, the only thing that I'd like to get rid of, is you. So you're saying that you basically just want me to hand over my son to your family and just disappear from the picture entirely? Well, I'm glad that you put it that way. It seems like we're finally getting closer to being on the same page now. And you should know that there won't be a seat for you at their wedding either. I can guarantee you that. Please, this is just getting silly. Are you being serious? You're going to try and keep me from going to my own son's wedding? Of course I'm serious. What about any of this makes you think I'm not? I'm deadly serious about getting you out of the picture. I see. Well, I guess if you're going to act this way, then I know what I need to do. But I really am just sorry that we couldn't work things out between us. I was really hoping that we'd be able to tolerate each other, if not actually get along as friends. But I'm just going to warn you now that you should probably have waited for your husband to get back home before you started treating me the way that you were. Oh, please, what does my husband have to do with this at all? You think that he would have come to your defense? A nobody like you has nothing to do with my husband at all. Honestly, do you really think that someone like you could try and intimidate with such a bold-faced lie? If you thought that I was going to believe a word that you have to say to me, you're crazy. I know that I'm better than you, and I know there's nothing you can do to touch me at all. Well, either way, I'm certainly not going to be returning to your home to receive more about that. So, thank you for your time today, and goodbye. Now, hold on just a second. I still need to make sure that after our children get married that you're going to stay out of James's life forever. I mean, haven't you figured out that at this point, you're only weighing him down from what he could really be? I think that an old woman like you needs to learn her place and get lost. After all, I can't think of a single family that would agree to let their child marry the child of a single parent and still want to keep that parent around. There's a reason why I didn't arrange a seat for you, and it's because you're not wanted or needed here.
Don't you realize what you've done? You've just condemned our whole family, Miranda. I can't believe that you could be so irresponsible. I mean, really, what is the matter with you?
Our family? Oh, what are you talking about now? Have you gone crazy or something?
No, you silly woman, it's me, Jose. I'm on my way home right now, so you just wait at home for us to talk, okay? But I don't know how we're going to get out of this one. You screwed up, and you screwed up big time. I really just can't believe that you would do something like this.
Wait, what? Jose? Oh, is that really you? Why in the world are you with Ginny right now? What is going on here? Why do your messages sound so panicked? Oh, your husband was in quite the rush, so he only had a short time to write you some messages. Anyways, I actually just bumped into him outside of the house and was explaining to him a bit about what happened between us. And I made sure to show him all of the messages that you'd been sending to me this whole time as well. Wait, what? Oh, I still don't get what's going on here. What do you mean you went to him outside of the office? Are you talking about his office? Why do you know where my husband works? I'm sorry, but now that I've heard that even my son has given up on trying to hang in there with you all and is going home, I really don't think there's any more need for us to talk to each other. But thank goodness, I am really so happy that we dodged this bullet. I mean, having my son marry your daughter and having to deal with you would be just terrible. So I can happily say goodbye and please never ever bother me again. Wait, just wait, please. I'm so confused. What's going on right now? Please, you have to explain to me what's happening. What are you talking about? Why should I have to wait? What am I waiting for? I really don't see what else you and I even have to talk about at this point. I mean, after your husband heard about the way that you were treating me, he completely freaked out. He apologized profusely to me for the way that you were behaving, and I think that this really isn't my problem anymore. If anything, you're going to have to deal with it at home once your husband is back for the day. So then, Jose really knows all about what I was saying to you? You really told him everything? How do you even know my husband? What is going on here? Well, I know where he works at least. Do I really need to go into any more detail than that? Oh, wait just 1 second. I just got a message from Jose. Oh, he's telling me that you're the president of the company where he works? Is that really true? How could this be? Oh, this can't be right at all. Oh, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, oh, surely I would have known about something like this. How could I miss something this big? I'm sure that you think it can't be possible that someone like me could be a company president, let alone for the company that your husband works for. But these days there are many kinds of people who are taking leadership roles in the corporate world. I don't really see why my position should be all that shocking at all. Besides, are you telling me that you don't even believe what your own husband is trying to tell you about me? Oh, it's just that, well, I mean, you're just a single mother. How could someone like you climb so high up the corporate ladder? This doesn't make any sense to me at all. You're supposed to be poor and stupid, and the poor and the stupid aren't meant to lead companies, especially not the one that my husband works for. I'm sorry, but I think the only one here who firmly believes something like that is true is you, Miranda. And I suppose that you based your treatment of me on all of those assumptions of yours as well. But the truth is that you really don't know anything at all, do you? But, I mean, oh, this isn't fair. How was I supposed to know that you were my husband's boss? Nobody ever told me about this. Oh yes, I can certainly see that you had no idea of who I am at all now. But the fact that you would treat anyone at all the way that you were treating me tells me all that I really need to know about you. And are you really going to pretend that it's supposed to be my fault that you don't know who I am? After all, it's your husband who works for me. Don't you two ever talk to each other at all? Excuse me, how dare you question how my husband and I communicate? You don't know what you're talking about at all. Are you really sure about that? Because I think that I can probably take a couple of educated guesses at the very least. After all, it seems to me like you two don't actually communicate when it comes to important details like this. And because you two don't communicate with each other, you had no idea that not only was the mother of your daughter's fiancé coming to visit, but that I was also your husband's boss. I mean, I just don't understand how you actually had no idea who I am. But nobody told me anything. Oh, this isn't my fault. I just thought that you were the mother of my daughter's fiancé, and that's all. Well, I'm not sure that this all has to fall on you and your husband, you know. After all, it sounds to me like your daughter shares some of your own biases, and she might have been giving you bad information as well. And I suppose you heard all that, and you just took the word of what person had to say about me and assumed you knew the rest of my character. But, I mean, oh, come on, there's no way that my daughter didn't know that she was dating the son of a company president. I mean, how could she not know that about the mother of her own fiancé? But surely if she knew that about you, then she would have told me from the very start, so... Well, maybe she didn't know after all. Yes, well, it seems like your husband was worrying about how he should best introduce me to you all. Although now I have to wonder why your husband didn't say anything sooner. Does anyone even talk to each other at your house? I mean, I don't even know what to say to this is all. I'm just so confused as to what's going on right now. Although now I am curious about how you've treated other people from work that your husband has brought home for you to meet. Well, of course I've treated them very courteously. I would never want to disrespect someone that my husband was bringing home from work. I see. So then basically you were just treating me the way that you were treating me because of your assumptions about single mothers? And yet, even though you knew that you weren't going to like me, you still arranged for this meeting just to snub me like this? I'm sorry, but I can't see how any rational adult would think that that's an appropriate way to act. I was only thinking about my daughter. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have someone who could hurt our family getting near us is all. I see. And you think that the way that you were treating me was the best way to go about achieving that? I mean, I can understand making someone want to leave your house in a huff. But did you really think that by doing that we were going to convince my son to abandon me just to marry your daughter? I mean, I guess that's what I was hoping was going to happen. But now I don't even know. I see. Well, I'm afraid that my son just isn't that kind of person. And I'm afraid that he isn't going to be marrying anyone that would try and make him that person. I only thought that if my daughter ended up marrying your son and you were still going to be sticking around, that you might try and take advantage of my family is all. I thought that one day you might come around asking for money or someplace to live or something like that, and so I was only trying to prevent you from getting comfortable with us. Oh, trust me, you made me plenty uncomfortable. You don't need to worry about that. In fact, I'd say that it's just about the only emotion you made me feel. But I just have to tell you that after this little show, not just myself, but even my son is sick and tired of you. I really did want to try and give you a fair shot since our children were so in love, but I just can't with you. But now I just can't stand to be around you at all. Both you and your daughter are all to blame, insulting me and making me feel unwelcome. All I wanted to do was get along, or at least be on reasonable terms with each other. I just wish that he never ended up meeting your daughter in the first place so that we didn't have to go through this whole song and dance. I mean, do you even care at all about how much hurt all of this has caused my son, now that he realized the kind of person not only you but his own fiancé really are? I don't know how he's ever going to recover from this. But, oh please, you can't do this to me. My husband is going to be furious with me for this. I just know it. I don't know what to do. Oh no, he just sent me a text saying that he never ever wants to talk to Maria or I again. Oh, please tell me that that's just some kind of joke. I have no idea why you think I can answer that question for you at all. I mean, I'm not a part of your family, and that really isn't my business at all. It sounds to me like something that you need to work out between yourself and your husband, so please leave me out of all your personal drama. But, I mean, you can't just pretend like you don't have a part in this. This whole thing is your fault, don't you see that? You shouldn't have gone to Jose about all of this. What are you talking about? Your husband and I worked together. I ran into him at the office. Why wouldn't I tell him about this? Because now you've gotten me into serious trouble. You can't just pretend like this isn't partially your fault as well. You never told me who you really were. And just why is any of that my problem? If you've gotten into trouble just because people found out something that you've done, then you probably shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. But I'll also take this chance to tell you that the engagement between our children is officially off. Please, you can't actually be serious about this, right? Things were going so smoothly before this. Why are you ruining the love that our children have for each other? It was also supposed to go so smoothly from here on out, too. We were going to start talking wedding details and getting serious, and now you've gone and ruined everything. I'm sorry, but this is your own fault. If you hadn't shown your true character, then maybe my son and I would still be fooled by your fake personality. Fake personality? Oh, how can you say that about me? What is the matter with you? I understand that you're upset, but I don't see why you need to bring name-calling into this too now. But more than anything else, I just feel bad for your daughter. I think that my son and her really had deep feelings for each other. But you had to brainwash her with your silly biases and made it so that she was just as unreasonable as you. Okay, now hold on just 1 second there. You can insult me all you want, but don't you bring my daughter into this. I wish that I didn't have to, but you brought her into this long before now. You can whine and complain to me all you want, but at the end of the day, there's only one person to blame for all of this, and it's you. But anyways, I really don't have the time to waste on explaining all of this to you anymore. So I think that we're done here. I only hope that you never ever trouble anyone else in the same way that you've troubled me and my family. And so that's how my son ended up breaking off his engagement with his fiancée. Of course, he was crushed to learn the truth of the woman that he thought he was ready to marry, and I was so sad that my son had been so emotionally hurt by the experience. But later on, I heard from Jose that when he got home, he was so upset with how his wife and daughter had treated me, his boss, that he demanded that they leave the house. Since then, I've heard that Jose has begun divorce proceedings. After our conversation, Miranda and Maria both began to blow up my phone and begged me to change my mind and talk to my son, but I ignored everything they had to say to me. I never wanted to see them again, let alone have to talk to them over the phone. And so in the end, Miranda and Maria were left houseless and without a job. They became the very things that they had looked down upon me for being. I suppose life is funny like that sometimes. As for James and I, my son has been spending more time than ever with me since he feels bad for how I was treated by his fiancée and her family. I told him not to worry about it and to just be a bit more careful choosing a partner in the future. I still see Jose in the office when I go in. At first he was looking so tired and defeated. I talked to him and he said that he's seeking help and thinks that he'll be okay. I told him that my door is always open if he needs to talk and that there will be a seat for him.
Hey, Christine, how have you been?
Huh? Sarah? What are you messaging me for? We don't have anything to talk about anymore.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. We're best friends, right?
Yeah, ex-best friends. I don't consider you to be the slightest acquaintance anymore. Did something happen?
Don't be so cold. Are you still upset? It's been over a month. Why don't you forgive me already?
I'm not mad anymore, but I'm definitely not at the point where I can forgive you. To be honest with you, I don't even really want anything to do with you. I feel like having anything to do with you is just bad news anyway.
It's been over a month. Can't you just get over it already? We've been best friends for like 10 years. That tiny little thing won't be the reason our friendship ends, is it?
It's not a tiny little thing to me. The fact that you cucked me and slept with my husband is not small.
Cupped you? Oh my god. You're being a little dramatic, don't you think?
How else are you supposed to explain what happened?
Well, I just thought that he was attractive, you know? It couldn't be helped. I always felt jealous of you since you two were dating. I just couldn't give up after you married him. You could have just let me have him since I was your best friend.
I didn't know that you liked him at all. And before I knew it, he was dating you. He was asking me to break up with him out of the blue. Have you thought about how I felt?
You're being such a drag. But who cares? Your best friend is finally gonna get married. You should be rooting and cheering for my happiness.
Married?
Oh yeah! Did I not say? I was actually messaging you to let you know. We're gonna get married!
It's only been like a month though.
Well, we've actually been going out for over 2 months. Besides, I've known your husband for almost 3 years now. You should be alright with it, right?
I see.
Yeah, we're going to have our wedding right away, too. I was really hoping that you would give a speech on behalf of my friends. Is that okay?
The nerve you have to ask me to do your speech at my ex's wedding.
Who cares? Come on. You're the one that got along with me the best. I would have never met him if it weren't for you either.
That's a huge no from me. I can't believe the audacity. You stole my husband from me. How could you say such a thing? I'm actually impressed by you.
Thanks!
I'm being sarcastic.
We actually put our marriage papers in the other day.
Really?
I figured I would tell you first. Both Malcolm and I talk about how you're such a great person. So, you be sure to find your happiness too.
Shut the hell up.
What? Do you still want your ex back? Is that why you're that mad?
I'm not mad, and I have no regrets either.
You're totally lying. You've lost that great-looking rich husband to your best friend.
Huh? Rich?
It just means that I was the more attractive one. Sorry to break it to you. But I'm probably more attractive as a woman, and he wanted to make me his wife.
What the hell are you talking about, Rich? Is that what Malcolm said?
No, you should really understand that without asking. Besides, he even said it at your wedding. He's an employee at that big-time elite company.
Yeah, that's true, but that was back then.
What do you mean that was then? He's an elite worker, so he's definitely rich. We're about to move into a new home.
Where do you live now? Your house, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna move after this month. We're gonna start a family in a nice house.
Really? Well, congrats. Wish you nothing but the best.
You must be super jealous. You used to live in a dinky little apartment when he was married to you. Malcolm got married to me quick and is even building us a home. He says that he wants a home for when we have kids in the future.
I see. You're talking about moving into a house. He's literally going to move with you into his parents' house.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You're just gonna go live with his parents. He has no money left, so he wants to live with his parents, right?
I mean, that's true, but a nice house is a nice house.
You don't think that's weird at all?
What are you talking about?
He's saying that he's an elite worker. Why would he be moving back to his parents' house?
I don't really know the details that much, but I'm sure Malcolm has his reasons. He probably wants me to be happy, you know? I think he wants me to be happy in a nice house.
I really don't understand. You realize that he's moved from his old company over a year ago, right?
Huh? Seriously?
Yeah, seriously. He said that he was going to start his own business and started taking out loans.
Loans?
He was tricked and scammed by his friends in the end. He couldn't even start his business. Now he just works as a part-time temp, right?
What the hell is that? I didn't hear about that.
I'm not even surprised. Why would you try to marry him when you don't even really know him?
You were married to him, though. You seem to be having a great time. You always seem pretty well off.
That was because of Malcolm, right? I was paying for literally everything when we were together. And then he cheated on me with my own best friend. Talk about an asshole.
Wait, you were paying for everything?
I'm just curious, but you didn't tell him that your parents run business, right?
I did tell him. Why?
Ah, that makes sense. That's why he left me and went for you. I was getting really tired of supporting him at all. I was actually considering getting a divorce. He must have known.
You wanted to divorce him? You were completely shocked, though, when you found out about Malcolm and I.
Yeah, because I thought you were my best friend, but you betrayed me. But thanks to that, I was able to sue him for damages and it all ended up well. I think he's ignoring my lawyer reaching out to him, but I've already sent the content certified mail to your house too. You better pay up.
Damages? I was just going to ignore all of that. You even reached out to my parents' house? That's literally the worst thing you could do. Please don't do that. I've already been chased off by my parents' house for several years now. If they find out about this, they would freak.
I see. I didn't know. Malcolm is drowning in debt and doesn't have the money to be able to pay rent. So he probably just wants to go home so that he doesn't have to pay rent. I think he's planning on living off of your money too.
I can't do that. I don't have any money.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to sue both of you. You both will pay up. You did this to yourselves. You better take responsibility for your actions.
I'm sorry. It was all my bad. I'll give you Malcolm back. I didn't even know that he had loans. Even if you want to sue me, I don't have any money. I'm going to quit my job next month. I can't pay anything.
I don't want him back. I've already divorced him. You already put in your marriage papers, right?
Yeah, we put in our papers today, but he's off at work right now.
Are you sure he's at work? He might even be at the slot machines.
I just called him and he said he was at work. But I definitely heard slot machines in the background.
I literally told you. But as soon as you tell him that your parents won't be willing to help you out, he might just let you go scot-free. I'm sure he was just after your money anyway.
That's so mean! I thought I was finally able to be a stay-at-home wife and live an elegant lifestyle like you!
Elegant lifestyle? I have been working my ass off. I don't have an elegant lifestyle.
I thought that you were living in an elegant lifestyle with the rich husband. I just wanted to be like you. This is so wrong.
So, in other words, you stole your friend's husband because you had some kind of delusion? That's just karma coming back to you.
I mean, that may be true, but please, Christine, I'm sorry. Save me. Please don't sue me or send things to my parents. I owe my parents a lot of money. If they find out about this, they'll seriously kill me.
That has nothing to do with me, does it? I really don't care.
Don't be like that. We used to be best friends.
Yeah, we used to be. Now we're even further apart than strangers. If you're suffering, I'll only think that it's your fault. You better rethink your actions and pay for all the damages I'm going to sue you for. By the way, Malcolm said that you'll pay for his part of the damages once you two are married.
What? I'm supposed to pay for Malcolm's half too?
I really don't care where the money comes from.
Please, Christine. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me.
It's too late for that now. I don't plan on letting either of you go with anything. So, I hope you're ready to pay up. They hadn't paid 2 weeks after they were charged for damages, so Christine started talking to a lawyer and formally filing for damages. Sarah's parents did feel like it was a little too much work to go to court, so they paid for Sarah, but they completely cut ties with her after that. As soon as Malcolm found out about that, he made Sarah go out and work for him, while also making her take out loans for him. She ended up having to pay for his damages because Malcolm failed at his startup. He seemed to have failed at everything else, too. Sarah had nowhere to go, so she ended up staying at Malcolm's house and is having to work as a lady of the night.